In a royal event no one expected, Prince William stepped onto the stage, not just with his family, but with a declaration that changed the monarchy forever. With one powerful sentence, he introduced a future leader who stunned the palace and shocked the nation. As cameras flashed and jaws dropped, young Princess Charlotte took her first step into history. What does this bold move mean for King Charles, for Camilla, and for the future of the crown itself? Stay with us as centuries of royal tradition collide with a new era of royal power. The royal family shares surprising news that everyone is talking about. In a twist that nobody expected, they have revealed an essential update, a significant shift in the royal family's power dynamics. Let's examine this critical change and what it could mean for the monarchy's future. Do you have friends who follow the royal family? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. This moment was something special at Kensington Palace, where many famous writers are honored. With a gentle summer breeze, the royal setting felt like just another charity event. Reporters and guests expected the usual highlights: Princess Charlotte's smile, Prince George's wave, and photos for the next day's news. But what unfolded next was anything but ordinary. Prince William, a towering figure exuding determination, took the stage, not with the usual scripted speech, but with a fervor in his voice that was palpable. Princess Catherine, a picture of calm and support, stood beside him, her hand resting on Charlotte's back. Prince George, standing nearby, displayed a maturity that belied his young age. Then, Prince William dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming, a radical change in the royal family's future. "We are starting a new chapter that honors the past while building for the future," he said, remembering Queen Elizabeth II and her hopes for the monarchy. With tears in his eyes, he added, "My family will play a bigger role in shaping our future just as Her Majesty wanted. My daughter, Princess Charlotte, will begin her official duties as a crown representative." A collective gasp rippled through the crowd as journalists hastily raised their phones to capture the historic moment. Even the palace officials appeared taken aback. This was a watershed moment in royal history. Despite Princess Charlotte's young age, her confident step forward left a lasting impression. Her parents' unwavering presence signaled their readiness to groom her for future responsibilities. King Charles III and Queen Camilla did not comment or appear, and their silence spoke volumes. It became clear that a change was happening in the royal family's power dynamics. There had been whispers about the old guard losing its influence for months. Changes in royal traditions and shifting public opinion started to show a new picture. The monarchy was no longer just about Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. It was also about new voices shaping its future. Even though King Charles had just become king, he seemed weighed down by the crown. In contrast, William and Catherine were quickly gaining public support. Polls showed they were the most trusted members of the royal family. Their appearances attracted crowds and captured attention worldwide. With each event, William and Catherine showed they were ready to lead and brought fresh energy to the monarchy. They were committed to their royal roles and began to move away from outdated traditions. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, whispers from royal advisors hinted at changes, potential shifts in the line of succession, and the royal family's future direction. These whispers were vague enough to deny, but detailed enough to spark interest. Subscribe to stay updated on these developments. Reports indicate that William has been quietly talking with senior Commonwealth officials. Unconfirmed sources say that Catherine has taken on unofficial advisory roles, usually held by senior royals. There are even rumors that Princess Charlotte participated in media preparation meetings at a surprisingly young age, earlier than Prince George. While some dismiss these claims, palace insiders, especially Camilla, watch closely to protect her position within the royal family. William faced criticism for skipping an important meeting hosted by King Charles to visit a children's cancer unit in Manchester. This visit received much more media attention than the King's event in London that day, viewed by many as a subtle act of defiance. While not an outright rebellion, it increased tensions around the line of succession. Prince George remains next in line after William, but Princess Charlotte's growing influence is changing the royal landscape. She is becoming a significant figure in the monarchy's future. Her increased presence at public events has earned her praise for leadership qualities similar to those of her grandmother, Princess Diana. Subscribe to stay updated on how this influence shapes the royal family's future. William's recent bold announcement, rather than one from King Charles, clearly signals that the monarchy's future is here. While the king remains the official head of state, he is slowly stepping back. William and Catherine are moving forward with confidence and purpose, raising public concerns about the king's health and ability to fulfill his duties after he missed a key event. In the weeks leading up to this moment, palace insiders revealed that King Charles became withdrawn and canceled public engagements due to exhaustion. Behind closed doors, a silent crisis was unfolding, reshaping plans and strategies within the royal family. King Charles, known for his careful nature and strict scheduling, became unstable as his official duties decreased. Initially, royal aides dismissed concerns, saying the king was taking a break after a challenging first year. However, insiders felt there was more to it. Charles was struggling with his health and was frustrated with his role within the royal family. Though King Charles had waited decades for his reign, he felt overshadowed by his son, Prince William. They received warm applause wherever William and Catherine went, unlike Charles, who often seemed distant, especially with Camilla, whose presence still sparked debate at the palace. Tensions grew as the king argued with senior advisors about how to handle William's rising public profile. Whispers from palace insiders suggested that Charles was considering a gradual transfer of responsibilities to William as part of a larger restructuring of the monarchy. Some sources claim this process began during Queen Elizabeth's last months, when she urged Charles to prepare for a smooth handover to William. However, Camilla strongly opposed any shift not centered on her and Charles. Both had faced many challenges before becoming king and queen, and Camilla was unwilling to give up influence to William and Catherine. Their growing prominence felt like a challenge to the established royal order, which she could not accept. Yet, despite her resistance, changes were underway and could not be stopped. Charles appeared powerless against the sweeping changes in the monarchy. Returning from the public eye, he left a void that William filled with his confidence and leadership. Once a united front, the royal family now showed clear divisions. High-profile events, like the Queen's concert, highlighted that the balance of power had shifted decisively, with William, Catherine, and their children taking center stage. In a historic moment at Kensington Palace Gardens, the crowd expected a simple speech from Prince William and his family. Instead, William surprised everyone. He honored his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and spoke about her lasting legacy and commitment to duty. This was more than just a tribute, it showed a shift in power within the royal family. William inspired many with his heartfelt words about the future of the monarchy. He declared, "Our voice will ignite a new beginning, not by abandoning tradition, but by evolving it. The crown isn't a relic, it's a living promise of service, and that promise belongs to the future." This marked a turning point for the royal family. William then introduced his daughter, Princess Charlotte. He said, "Princess Charlotte will take on her first official duties soon. She will begin attending engagements with her mother, learning the true meaning of service and helping to shape a new vision for our family and country." This left the audience in shock. People reacted quickly, amazed by the moment and its clear message. Charlotte would not be a passive royal. She was being prepared for real responsibilities, possibly even rivaling her brother George. Photos of Charlotte standing proudly beside William spread rapidly on social media, highlighting her modest smile and newfound role. This moment showed William's intent to elevate his daughter's public presence and challenge traditional ideas of royal power. Instead of keeping Charlotte in the background, he brought her forward. Catherine stood beside him, embodying grace and giving a reassuring touch to George, a reminder that the family was united and moving ahead. As the public cheered and media praised the royal family's modern vision, tensions brewed behind palace doors. Camilla, who saw Charlotte's rise as a threat to her standing, felt her power diminishing. Camilla had worked to change her image from a controversial figure to queen consort for years, facing intense media scrutiny. Now, as Charlotte gained attention, Camilla felt cornered by her past. In response, Camilla called an urgent meeting with palace advisors to restore order and reaffirm royal hierarchy. However, King Charles declined to intervene, saying, "Let it unfold. It has already begun." Camilla soon found herself isolated. Staff loyal to her and Charles began supporting William and Catherine. Foreign ambassadors reached out to Kensington rather than Clarence House. The media also began to portray William's family as the modern monarchy. Meanwhile, Camilla's frustration grew. The public favored a new royal family: William, Catherine, Charlotte, and George. While the media focused on Charlotte's rise and William's bold statement, many overlooked Catherine's quiet influence. Known for her poise and grace, she had studied royal dynamics closely for years. Now, her well-planned strategy was showing results. Catherine has become more than just a wife and mother. She is now a key figure shaping the monarchy's future. While Camilla works to win public favor, Catherine has earned genuine affection from the people. Her popularity isn't fake, it's built on genuine moments, like visits to children's hospitals, shared laughter with worried kids, and nurturing moments with her own children. This authenticity makes her stand out. Catherine is William's strongest supporter, handling the turmoil within the palace with skill after his announcement. When Camilla pushed for influence, Catherine chose to remain silent. When asked about it, she said nothing. Her calmness spoke volumes. Yet, behind closed doors, she was active and involved. She and William reviewed public reactions and media coverage every night and planned their next steps. Charles's loyal advisors began to move toward William and Catherine, impressed by their clear vision. It is rumored that Catherine commissioned public polls months earlier to gauge support for Charlotte's growing role. The results showed strong approval for the new direction of the monarchy. This isn't about personal ambition. It's a well-thought-out plan for a lasting legacy. Catherine knows the monarchy cannot survive by holding on to the past. It must change to remain relevant. In Princess Charlotte, she sees the future of the crown: compassion, leadership, intelligence, and her quiet strength. Her influence comes from hard work and proven capability, not inherited privilege. Catherine's ambitions are not about seeking glory or control. They're about creating stability and continuity. For a monarchy her children will help shape, not just inherit. Once underestimated because of her middle-class background, she has grown beyond a ceremonial role. She has become the true protector of the monarchy's future and is initiating real change within the palace. Following the dust settling from the announcements, the monarchy revealed the future is clearer than ever. Prince William, Princess Catherine, Princess Charlotte, and Prince George stepped forward proudly, showing the world what's to come. Charlotte, calm and graceful, quickly captured the public's attention. Her natural poise and resemblance to Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth were noticeable. Her new duties mark a significant shift from childhood to being an essential part of the crown's next chapter. While Charlotte took center stage, George stayed quiet but observant, reflecting the calm of a future king. Even at a young age, his demeanor hinted at growing leadership. This isn't just about royal tasks. It's about a family committed to guiding the monarchy with honesty and humility. William and Catherine are quietly leading a new royal era. They represent power and a strong message. The monarchy's future relies on public trust, emotional connection, and visible integrity, not just titles or ancient bloodlines. While Camilla and Charles retain their titles, their influence has shifted noticeably. A generational change is underway, not just in the UK, but in the hearts of royal followers worldwide. Charlotte and George are beginning to embrace their future roles. One thing is clear: the crown is not just surviving, it is being reborn by those who will carry it forward. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Will the new generation take charge, or will the old guard remain in control? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest news on royalty. Stay tuned. This story is just beginning.